What do you do when you lack inspiration for your pottery or for your art? What is up, Shaping Nation? This is Nic Torres here. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about what I do to help bring back inspiration for my own pottery, for my own art. And the first thing you know is that you don't need inspiration to make art. Sometimes we get so stuck in our head where we think we have to have this perfect inspiration in order to do something, in order to make art, in order to make pottery. But that's just not true. At the end of the day, what matters most is that you start making something. Because sometimes when you start making something, new inspiration starts coming. Like maybe as you're making something, new ideas start coming into your head, and that becomes new inspiration for that art. But if you feel like you need inspiration, here's some things that I do. So you see, very recently, I saw the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And by the way, that movie fucking slaps. I love that movie so much. I'm probably going to see it like 3 more times. That's just a side note. But very recently, I saw that movie. And before that, I was going to make a Scorpion mug from Mortal Kombat. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, because I like Mortal Kombat. And I also wanted to make a video of it because I wanted to, get views of my pottery. But everything I was trying, it just wasn't really working out. And I honestly wasn't too inspired to make it. I was morely just trying to make it so I can post it and get some eyes onto my work. And then after I saw the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, I loved that movie so much, I decided to change from making Scorpion from Mortal Kombat to Wolverine. And I enjoyed that so much more. But I wouldn't have got that inspiration if I didn't see the movie. And I already knew it was probably going to be really good because I liked the first two Deadpool movies. But this one, I absolutely loved it. And I got so many new thoughts. Like, even now, I'm still thinking about that movie. And it just inspired me so much that I literally just made a Wolverine sculpture mug. And I love that so much. So that's the first thing that I do sometimes, is just to do things that you enjoy. Do things that you love to do. I love watching sci-fi, fantasy, Marvel, Star Wars stuff. I love watching that stuff. And it just brings me so much joy. And when I saw that movie, it brought me a lot of joy. I absolutely loved watching that movie. So that's the first thing that I do, is just do things that I enjoy. Maybe for you, maybe that is gardening. Maybe that is doing other art other than what you're currently doing. Or maybe that is taking care of your family. Whatever it is you enjoy, try to do more of those things so that inspiration comes easier when you're doing things that you enjoy. The second thing that I do is that I will try to get away from really just technology for maybe 10, 20 minutes. So every morning when I am taking my dog out to go to the bathroom, I don't look at my phone. I'm sitting outside and I'm just literally just kind of there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not writing anything down. I'm not doing anything. And it's during those times when I'm not doing anything, I'm away from that technology, away from social media. That's when a lot of new ideas, a lot of inspiration starts to happen, because I'm just kind of sitting there. And when you're bored sometimes, the best solution to get inspiration is to be bored. And being bored allows you to have new thoughts, allows you to have these different ideas on how you can improve your pottery, improve your art, simply by not doing anything, simply by just existing, not doing anything, being bored. So that's the second thing I do. So the first one is doing things that I enjoy. And the second thing is just being bored. The third thing I like to do is to go for a walk. I've got this advice plenty of times that if you are stuck and you feel like you need to make something great, go for a walk. And I do that. Every time I go for a walk, I feel like I do get new ideas. And it kind of goes back to that boredom thing, only that you are actually moving this time. But go for a walk. Go do something slow pace. Go do something that is not of the norm, right? And just do that. And inspiration will come to you naturally. And finally, the fourth thing is I try not to force inspiration a lot of times. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you don't need inspiration to make pottery, to make your art. So I try not to force it a lot of times. The more you're trying to force it, the more you are not going to get inspiration. The more you're not going to feel motivated to do anything. So don't try to force it. It's like that thing when a lot of times we have this no. It's like when somebody gets pregnant. A lot of times the people that aren't trying to get pregnant, they they aren't, they get pregnant. They're not trying to get pregnant, but they get pregnant. And people that are trying to get pregnant aren't able to get pregnant because they're putting so much pressure on themselves. There's so much doing all this other stuff that isn't allowing them to get pregnant, allowing them to have a baby. But the people that aren't trying it, literally, it happens all the time. So it's kind of like that. Don't try to force it and just kind of be there. Just allow inspiration to come to you naturally. So to recap, the things that I do to help me get inspiration is do things that I love. Like I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I really enjoyed that movie. Number 2 is be bored. Get away from all technology. Allow yourself to be bored. Number 3, go for a walk if you are feeling stuck. If you feel like something is just missing. Number 4, and don't try to force it. So that's how I get inspiration when inspiration is lacking. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.